The devotional content of the following Monty'man's Meditorial is provided by Dale and Juanita Ryan and the National Association for Christian Recovery. Copyright 2017, all rights reserved. For a free download of any of our shows, visit us at take12radio.com and click on Follow Me on Podomatic.
Well, greetings, family. This is your host, of course, the Montyman, with this week's Montyman's Meditorial entitled Questioning Ourselves. Well, from the book of Psalms, chapter 13, verse 1 through 2, how long must I wrestle with my thoughts, and every day have sorrow in my heart? Well, sometimes our spiritual distress is centered on questions about God. Like, where is God? Why doesn't God help? At other times, our spiritual distress is centered on questions about ourselves. What's wrong with me? How come I'm still struggling this much? Well, doubts about ourselves can be profoundly troubling. We wonder if our faith will survive the struggle. We wonder if our faith is strong enough. Often we feel like spiritual failures. Well, the kind of spirituality we have been taught doesn't envision good Christians as people who wrestle with their thoughts and who are sad every day. We think of good Christians as people who trust God and manage to smile in the midst of any circumstance. When we can't manage to do this, we question our faith and we criticize ourselves. But wrestling with our thoughts and experiencing sorrow day after day is often a part of the recovery process. It is not a sign of failure to engage in this hard work. It's a sign of courage, and it's a sign that our faith is alive and struggling. People of real faith, well, they struggle in life. People of real faith are people who wrestle with thoughts and who feel sorrow in their hearts. Is that you today? Well, it's part of being a person of faith. When we come back, a closing prayer and a closing recovery song. Hey, listen, I get it. I get that there's controversy around the whole CBD thing in the recovery community. But remember, contempt prior to investigation. So let me help you out here for a minute. Founded by a father and son in addiction recovery, Exact Nature's all-natural CBD products are specially formulated to help you face the exceptional challenges of recovery, be it addictive cravings, depression, anxiety, or even improving your sleep. Listen, learn more at exactnature.com. And as a Take 12 Recovery Radio listener, use the code TAKE12 and you'll receive a 20% discount on your order. Oh, and by the way, there is no THC in Exact Nature products, so you might not get high, but you might just get to feeling better. That's Exact Nature at exactnature.com. Welcome back, my friends, to this week's Montyman's Meditorial entitled Questioning Ourselves. Well, here's my prayer. Lord, I get so tired of thought wrestling. And I am so weary of heart sorrow. How long, God? How long does this wrestling and sorrow go on? Help me, Lord, not to experience this struggle as a spiritual failure. Help me to see this hard work as drawing me closer to you. Remind me today that you are with me in all of this. Remind me today that you understand. Amen. Well, our closing song is by our good friend, Mr. Brian Duncan, and it's appropriately titled, Things Are Going to Change.
Tell me you don't sleep at night, I know, because If there's one thing God has promised, things are gonna change. Oh, yeah. If there's one thing you can count on, things are gonna change. You gotta have a little faith, maybe add a little trust, add a lot of love. You see, you're gonna rise above the things that are so rough. 'Cause we have a hope, we'll be alright. You know things are gonna change, but not overnight.
Gotta have a little faith, have a little trust. Gotta have a little
Yeah, you're gonna rise above the things that are so rough.
have a little faith, have a little trust. Gotta have a little
Yeah, you know things are gonna change, but not overnight.
have a little faith, have a little trust. You're gonna rise up.
We'll be alright, yeah. We'll be alright.
Yes, indeed, things are going to change. What you and I are going through, it's more than likely temporary. For more of Brian's great music, visit his website at brianduncan.com. That's Brian spelled B-R-Y-A-N. Until next time, this is the Monty Man, and I am wishing God's perfect serenity for you.
This has been a broadcast of KHLT Recovery Broadcasting.